Welcome. Here we are at one of the beautiful ponds that we have at Forest Gardens. And these ponds are, I would say, one of the most multifunctional and like supportive elements in the landscape. They just do so many positive things. And it's a testament to the incredible work that water does in our lives as a life bringer. And the water element, I'm just constantly deepening my appreciation for how important water is as the element that, you know, sustains life here on Earth, and getting to work with water in a more intimate and supportive way. And so from a design perspective, you know, water is this critical element that, depending on how it interacts with the landscape, either can bring so much vitality and so much life and so much abundance to all the things that it touches, all the plants and all the animals, the creatures. You know, it's so necessary for life. And yet, if it's out of balance, either too much of it or too little of it, it can create some of the most difficult conditions for us to exist in. You know, think of the incredible droughts that are happening around the world, and then the flooding, you know, a complete opposite, either too much or too little. And so when water isn't in the right place at the right time, in the right amounts, it can throw all of the other aspects of our lives out of balance. And so a huge part of permaculture design across all different types of landscapes and projects and ecosystems, a huge part of permaculture is, how do we work with water in a good way? What are the tools and the techniques? What are the strategies? What are the principles for how we can basically work with this master element, this element that is so vital to life and yet can cause so much harm if it's out of balance? And fortunately, there's some really practical, in many ways simple approaches to working with water that can be applied at all different scales, all different types of landscapes, and all different settings, and still help us to harness the life-giving potential of water in really beneficial ways, while at the same time protecting against the harmful, destructive potential that water has if it's out of balance. And so if you get excited about water, if you're wanting to understand how to work with water, how to set up irrigation systems, how to capture and store water on the landscape, how to move water from one place to another without electricity, without fossil fuels, how to harness the water that comes from the sky, how to make sure that it gets to the plants and the animals when they need it and where they need it. If any of these ways of being in relation to water are of interest to you and appeal to you, then I would really encourage you to take a look at the permaculture course that we're offering this season, and get involved and find your relationship with water deepening in a really practical way.